All right. So, because I talked about heavy subjects, I want to lighten up the mood and not talk about sexism in science, because that is also heavy. So, I'm obviously, because I studied animation, I'm a collector of their artwork, of basically the pre production. And Zootopia is one of my favorite movies of all time. Um, what more can be said about it? It's just so great. So I'm going to show you a little bit of, well, maybe we'll do the whole thing. So I love, the pre-production book is also like art within itself, right? Somebody has to design the layouts, what they're going to put, and there's a lot of secret stuff that they don't put in the movie. So there are things here that are very, they're just silly. You see, like they have Jurassic Park instead of Jurassic Park. They have Sailor Meow, which is like Sailor Moon, who's a cat. Nuttin' but nuts. I love that. Actually, I'm going to steal it. Buffalo Loader construction equipment. Cognac do nuttery. Brief encounter. This is totally my sense of humor. I'm sorry. I might giggle and cry from laughter. I'm sorry, but I don't know why I'm apologizing. I just the goat two guys, plumbing and heating. Main Street, but it's spelled Maine as in lion's mane. So the art is Zootopia, and we might crap. I forgot. Like Zootopia has like a really dark topic. All right, nobody knows this unless they're obsessed with it, but we might talk about it at the end. So Zootopia, the work that goes into animation. If you don't buy the books, you won't understand the concept of how much people have to kill themselves for a beautiful final piece. But oh, look, this is also Chronicle books. I didn't freaking know. Anyways, so we have visual development, which is really just the character development, and also environment development. Just the environment alone, like the things that we don't see is just insanity. Like it's just insane. Musketeers, and they're actually muskrats. Actually, one of them is a muskrat. And there's a pig and a pug. Dr. Meow. The bounty hunter. I don't know what creature this is. He looks like some kind of sloth dog. I don't know. And then first concepts of the characters, that's just beautiful. I have a hair in my mouth. Yeah. So here, this thing I'm going to talk about later. But originally, the movie was supposed to be kind of like 007, I believe. Like secret agent. Very interesting. The pig donut. I love that. If you haven't seen the movie, I will spoil this for you because it's been out for a few years. When did it come out? Like 20 something. But anyways, this whole scene with the small hamsters and the mice, and then they have this huge like fox and rabbit going through. I loved it. Some composition layout for the environment, and then some art for the world. And let me tell you, it's just insane how much work goes into making your movies, right? So obviously they start off with 2D, and then apparently they do like a value study to see the lighting, because lighting is very important. And then they do a basic shape 3D layout. And then from there, they just add the details. Architecture, too, plays a big part. I love it. And some, the cars and what they drive. Every animal has to drive a different car because they're different sizes. So they took that into account into the movie, and that's why I love it so much. They thought of like everything, like it was ridiculous. And then there's Judy, which if I were to describe myself, I would be Judy, because she has the type of attitude that I have. She doesn't give up. She's relentless, and she can be annoying, but that's just who she is. Annoying to most people who don't understand her. And they have the pre-design, so like her face was different. Her body was different, her hair was different, and thankfully they went with this look. I mean, not saying that these are bad. I just, she's just so cute. Yeah, the different designs, a different type of rabbit, with bigger ears. And then they have some action shots. Those are fun to do. She was brown in the beginning, apparently. Yeah, and then they went with her. So cute. Nick Wilde, he's cool too. I love his design as well. His story is so sad. I cried when they revealed why he was so bitter. I was like, who could do that to children? Like, screw those people. Basically what happened to him, because this movie has been out, just fucking watch it. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry, I cursed already. My apologies, children, who may or may not be watching it. But anyways, basically he is a predator, and he wanted to be part of basically like the Cub Scouts, or but because he was a predator, they were mean to him, they bullied him, and they put a muzzle on him, and then he never wanted to be vulnerable again. And that makes sense. But that was just really cruel, like really cruel. Habitats, the world of Zootopia. Beautiful. Bunny Burrow is where all the bunnies are. It's so many bunnies. Like, Jesus. Is this her house? Oh my God. Yeah, so this is Judy's house, and there's 200 bunnies in it. Imagine having 200 children. I cannot even. And then the children, like the elementary schools, they're so cute. Oh. Adorable. So yes, just the visual design is so beautiful. You know, this makes me happy. She's a chinchilla. Hilarious. Gazelle. You know, Gazelle was voiced by Shakira, and I really like her design. Really nice. And you know, this whole movie relates to like what's going on now and just people's views. Klauhausen or Klauhauser. Klauhauser is one of my favorite characters. He is super, super gay. I'm saying as in like super happy, but he is also a gay character intentionally. So he's awesome. Lionheart, he was okay. Bellwether, like her design is just super cute. Like she's super adorable too. Let's see what else we have. Finnick. I love him. He's actually a Finnick fox, and I think I've seen some in person. Like I've attempted to pet them, but they're very finicky, you know. But he's like very unexpected, like very cute. Let's see what else we have. Just different designs. The mice, the rodents, you know, the hamsters, the weasel. The DMV where the people are sloths. I love that. DMVs, man, they're really just, ugh. But really nice. Natural History Museum. You know, their Natural History Museum. You know, I've been to the Natural History Museum in Washington, but that was like years ago, like ages ago. I would like to go again because I like that. I actually went to a Native American History Museum in Massachusetts, and I was so in love. I was like super happy. I loved it. What is this? Where is this? Is this in the desert? They didn't even go into the desert, so I guess it was like low render. Yeah. The Mystic Spring Oasis is like a place that I would be. It's a nudist colony, so I'd be there. You know, that was fun the way they did that. You know, because obviously they have to make it a kids movie, but you know, they were smart about it. Mr. Big and Frou Frou from The Godfather. The Rainforest District. That would be where my family would come from. Sorry, I'm like, this is really cool. This really high detailed drawing of the buildings. Let's see. The more detail you put in, the better off, I think, when handing it down to someone who isn't you. You know, you want to be really clear. And Wooly is a goat who they put in something very adult, not anything sexual or anything, but you know, you know what, pop culture. The goats just have this really silly look. I mean, sorry, the sheep and the goats. They're just really funny looking, but it's cute. Wild Times. What is this? I don't know where this is referencing to. It's a casino? Yeah, I guess so. Or some kind of place where roller coasters are. Yeah, they didn't put any of this in the movie. This is just old stuff. Like Honey Badger, she's not part of the movie. Honey Badgers don't give a hoot. Yeah, and then this is not in the movie at all. This is a circus scene. Filming Zootopia. So this is where they go into the technical stuff. The lighting, the climate, you know, what looks good. And also the research on fur and what different furs feel like. We're scientists, okay? We're animators, but we're also scientists and physicists, and like, oh, nobody understands unless they're animators. And then the color script. This is something that Pixar and Disney really do, which I like to do. I think it's cool. It's a great way to get the mood of the scene. And then that's pretty much it. We have some introduction and some more Walrus Mart, Hoof Locker, Trader Joe's, Groomingdale's, Microbrewery Hops, Bear Magic User, Bush Baby. That's freaking hilarious. I love that. Oh god. So yeah. So with that book, with that animation, I need something because I laughed and my nose is leaking. Okay. So with Zootopia, before they went in another direction, they were going into like a really intense like theme. Where basically their society was putting shock collars on the predators, because in Zootopia it's predators and prey. So obviously prey are more docile, blah, blah, blah. So every predator had to have a shock collar in case they acted out. And like they were like talking about it in their pre-production on YouTube. And I was like, dang, that's intense. And it was kind of like this whole thing where they don't mention it because, you know, it's Pixar and they have to keep a face, or Disney or whatever. Like they don't want to talk about it, but it's obvious it's about racism, you know. which is why I love it so much. Because it's super cute and it's educational, but it's also like telling you like, hello, like it's not right to judge somebody based on their race, you know. And that's why I love animation, because we can use animation to teach children hard topics, but also keep it entertaining and lighthearted, sometimes serious, but you know, there's just so much you can do. You know, just everything about it's just cool. And I didn't know this was from Chronicle Books. That's so funny. It's so ironic. Oh, yes. Before I forget. Oh, sorry. I know that I made this like children safe, and I'm here cursing. Cursing like crazy. So I had two serendipitous moments, so I have to remember to fill. And all I don't have any cash, so or coins, so I'm just using arcade coins from Arcade Odyssey. You know, what the for now, and then eventually I'll have real coins. But I have filled this up a lot. It's crazy. One of the things, the serendipitous moments, and I'm going to change the status to adult because, you know, I don't want kids to curse and be like, she did it, you know. But anyways, the previous video was talking about Eric, who, you know, in the book, if you read it about Eric's life, he comes back and he appears as a dragonfly, a blue dragonfly. So literally, when I was reading the book outdoors, you know, I was like, wow, like that's really really cool. And a dragonfly, just a blue dragonfly. It wasn't a dragonfly. It's called the damselfly, but people confuse it. It landed there and just sat there, and I was like, I got you. So, so when I was walking Heidi, I was like walking, and we didn't even leave our front yard. There was the exact same blue damselfly there, and I was like, I see you. So I had to fill it up. And then another thing I wanted to mention is when I was entranced by the portrait of the twins, what I really wanted to say to their mom was, it was like a message of like, I love you and I'm so sorry that I hurt you and it will be okay. But I didn't know how to open that opportunity without being really like, you know, insensitive. So crazy. I don't do that anymore. Like, even if I make a fool of myself, but if I feel like I have to say something intuitively, like basically if it's a message, I do it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I rather do it and not than not do it, you know, because, you know, maybe something important is in there. I don't know. But yes, that's it for this video. It's a little short, but I have some paintings to finish and some stuff to do. Anyways, oh yes, and also another ironic shirt that I'm wearing. I found this at Goodwill, and it says, "Don't assume make sure, and I think that's a good. Sorry, good thing to know about me. Like I don't assume. And then the back is about action versus inaction. And I was like, I'm getting this shirt. Like, I need it. Let me take off my back thingy. I have a lot of back pain because, you know, that's heavy. But yeah, let me show you the back. You can't really see it, but it's basically saying, say something if you see something, don't assume, and it's for alcoholic and drug addiction, because that's just who I am. So, what else? Nothing else. Beautiful book. I love getting these. I usually get these for my birthday, because I enjoy them. I enjoy the heck out of them. I have 3 of them. I have Zootopia. I have The Hobbit, either The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. And I have Fallout, which is like the biggest one. So love this. Anyways, thanks for watching.